Hi, WBS teachers from your curriculum team. We do have a few updates that we wanted to share. Some of these you've probably already heard about, whether it was in a spring newsletter. We did mention, for example, that there are quite a few vendor courses getting updates this year, and you may have seen your course listed there. We will or already have emailed individual teacher teams with any key information. We've done syllabus comparisons. We've looked at what's new in these new versions to the best of our abilities. We may miss some things. So as always, make sure that you are checking your courses for any specific things that maybe you were looking forward for an update for, and reach out if you have any questions about those. But we also just sent a couple of updates to English teachers yesterday. So if you weren't joining us for our live kickoff, just know that that email that you received yesterday was related to this update. And we have some courses that just changed the name. Maybe they became 2 semesters instead of 1. So all of that will be relayed to you. If it hasn't already, please expect that in the next couple of days. The second thing we wanted to let you know about is we do have this wonderful handy document as a resource for course modification guidelines. So this has been mentioned a couple of times in the last half year or so, but we tried to, with Linda's assistance and the assistance of the other admins, to try and put into clearer buckets what we are going to be saying is really up to the individual teachers to implement. Again, focusing on what should be things that we want you to talk about with your course-alike colleagues. And then what are things that we really would like you to not implement in your courses? Some of those may be because you need to talk to the curriculum team and consider longer lasting impacts of those changes. And there also might be some things that we just are not going to be encouraging or allowing folks to implement in any WVS courses. So that's what that far right column is. Those are things that might significantly change the experience for learners, and we want to avoid those without at least further conversation. And still, even then, there might be a no on implementing those. But on the left side column, you'll see these are all things that we definitely want you to feel like you can get in and change in your courses to help improve that experience for learners, supplementary items, adding some more getting started activities, providing options for things like DBAs if you are a teacher of FlexPoint courses, things like that. So take a look at those. You might be doing some of that already, and that might be a great way to just kind of pat yourself on the back and say, yes, I'm doing really good at supplementing my course. In that middle column, you've heard a little bit about this in the last year, but we have really encouraged folks to reach out to Linda to coordinate some course-alike meetings. If you are interested in any of those items listed there, we really want to make sure that all teachers of the same course are talking about any of these changes they would like to make, and everyone's on the same page because we want to have that consistent learner experience. So we know that you're going to have questions about this. Please make sure that you are using the Q&A form that's in the course setup course, and I believe that Linda will be including that in the reach out for you sharing this recording and also having that. So if you have questions, definitely reach out that way as well.
And now on to the next item. So AP. AP is about 99% there. So you've had a reach out from us about getting your courses renewed via AP College Board for next year. And specifically wanted to call out AP Psych and AP Spanish because this year, those 2 courses do have a textbook. And in the case of AP Spanish, that's a new thing. And in the case of AP Psych, this is now a textbook that districts have to order, not something that the help desk orders. And this is just relating back to what Mary just said about those course updates. It is very important that as you see those updates, as you see you have a new version, as Mary said, we tried to make sure we found everything that was different, but things like textbooks needed, things like a materials list. And if you notice stuff, please let us know. And also take a look in your welcome information, in any starting documents you have to help students, other information you add to the course, just make sure that that's all updated. Perfect example is I know that last year in AP Psych. They're on the landing pages. It was great to say, oh, reach out to the help desk if you need the textbook. That is no longer the case. And the help desk would greatly appreciate if you make sure that information has been, all information has been updated in your welcome, getting started sort of things for the course. And then the last item is CTE catalog. So as Jenny will speak to in another recording, there is now a CTE catalog, and we've been diving into standards and roster codes and the course syllabus documents to make sure that we've made great connections for districts between those courses that we offer online and that CTE connection. And so hopefully this will really help districts in that academic career planning thing that many districts are working on right now, as well as if we are also looking with the help of Wisconsin eSchool Network, who helps us find online courses, and we have a couple of pretty typical vendors there. We are also looking to see if there are other courses that we can add to further help districts in that process. As Mary said, remember that Q&A form for any questions, and thank you for listening to the curriculum team update.